Alright, so a few of you have asked how to get into streaming. Well, welcome to a very quick, very brief guide on how to do so. So first off, let me show you some sources I learned from. We're going to go to YouTube. Don't mind my song, movie preference, and all that mess. Hashtag don't judge. Right here, Gaming Careers. Very good guy. He's straightforward. He's to the point. He shows you exactly what you need to see. He's very, very advanced if you really want him to be. He'll teach you the basics, and he'll teach you more. So make sure to go over to Gaming Careers. He'll teach you exactly how to do everything there is to do with OBS, which is obviously the program that you need to actually stream. And then there's another one called Gale Level. Is that him? Yeah, here we go. This guy.
Hey guys, Guy Level here.
Also very good, very charismatic. He'll teach you more the social side to, streaming and Twitch and all that mess. So if you need to learn how to make Twitch emotes, if you need to learn how to get your chat going, if you need to learn how to adjust anything pretty much, this is your guy. This is who you go to. He'll teach you how to build your audience. He'll teach you how to get to affiliate real quick. He'll teach you how to grow with the people. And that's what I really like about him. He's out there. He's showing you exactly what you need to do. What you see in his video, him smiling, him being happy, him being just very expressive, that is what you need to do. So, this guy, for your social needs on Twitch, go to him. Check him out. Next we have Alpha Gaming. If you are more interested in the business side of Twitch,
The title of this video is...
If you're more interested in, how to make the money, how to stay relevant, how to do different things like that, this is your guy to go to. So this is like my business advice. Gale is more my, just streamer advice. Like, I learned how to make Twitch emotes from him. And then Gaming Careers is the best all around guy. Like, he's the tech of the three, I should say. This is where I learned all my tech savvy stuff. So if you need to learn how to use stuff a little more advanced, go to him. I recommend him. Great place to start. So now that being said, that's where I learned some basics, and I just kind of ran with the basics. Pardon me. But yeah, so when it comes to basics, I've got OBS. That is what you are seeing right now, all around my kind of window here. There's a few things to lay down here, okay? One, you need a Twitch account, okay? Get a cool name, get something for people to easily pronounce, get something that's, maybe it has like a quip in it, maybe it has, just something. The name is very important because that's how people are going to know you, and that's how people are going to refer you to others as. So mine is Jody's Gaming Corner. It's a little long, but it's easy enough that people can still be like, oh, well, this is his channel. Yeah, just go type this in real quick. All these words are easy to spell. My name is pretty short and easy. And it's just right there with two other words, Gaming Corner. So, just make something easy, simple. Make it shareable. That's the important part. Make it shareable. Because you don't want people going like, I can't remember how it's spelled, man. Man, was it spelled I-E? E-E? E-I? I don't know, man. So, make it, the easier you make it, the easier you are to share. And the easier you are to share, the more interest you're going to get more quickly. So, you got your Twitch account. Great. Fantastic. Next, there are two main kind of extra things. Right now, you don't see anything all that extra on this screen. As far as, fancy stuff. But let's change it up a little. Let's go to what I look like when I'm in the game. So you see that transformation. It's I got these nice little kind of barriers at top and bottom. I got a nice little ticker showing what I'm playing. I got my recent subscribers, followers, all those kind of goodies. I even have a nice little frame around my camera. Just good stuff. Those things can be accomplished through two major things. Streamlabs and Stream Elements. Now, while these are things you can make yourself, you can make these things yourself and plug it right into OBS from an image file that you have on your computer and all this kind of stuff. That's what I call hassle. So, while I could get super creative, while I could get super into the development per se, I'm doing this as a hobby. I'm doing this for fun. So if I can take some shortcuts here and there, you bet I am. So at top and bottom, you got this nice frame barrier and all. All of that is being streamed live right now from Stream Elements. So Stream Elements is a website. It's the one I use. You can use Streamlabs. It's a little more, what's the word? Complicated. But people use it a lot. You can do more with it, IMO, but Stream Elements makes it more streamlined. It's easier to do. And, why not? So, both of these have a editor of sorts where I can just go there, look at the image of the barriers, and see how it would fit on the screen. I can right click them, I can change them, I can change the base color, I could change the edging, or I could delete it completely and make something new. But what I recommend starting off with, just go pick something you like, because they have a lot of default templates up already. Most of this is a default template. I changed the text, I changed the positioning of some of it, I changed some of the sizing, but I enjoyed how it looked, so I left it mostly the same. But just go get yourself a template that's already there, try it on, see if it fits your games well, because games, they have all kind of menus and status bars and all that all over the screen. Nothing can ever be in the same spot. So while my camera positioning is pretty good for some games, it's not so much for others. And whenever I run into that issue, I just swap over to a different scene I have set up. And I can just take my camera, I can move it around wherever I need to. Bam, done. So this is what Stream Elements and things like that can do. Simple, easy. If you need a guide for it, go check out some of those YouTubers I just showed you. They can help you understand it a bit better. Not to mention, unlike Streamlabs, Stream Elements has their own kind of tutorial on it. So you can just hop right into Stream Elements, build something straight away just by doing the tutorial stuff. It's pretty easy. So that being said, I recommend Stream Elements out of the two. There's a few more options out there, but Stream Elements and Streamlabs, they're pretty much what people go to as far as streamers. Now, let's get on to the next thing you need. You need OBS, which is, ta-da, this program. It is all this stuff around this source that you are seeing. And this is the source, just for reference. So anything that's here, within this kind of blue rectangle that's showing up, that is what is being streamed. How am I streaming all this? I am streaming all this by just simply having another session of OBS open. I can even pull it over here. And that's even more little mini windows. So anyway, I have two of those going at the same time. I have one set up so I can record the other. That way you can see exactly how I do some things. So the reason we need to know which we are using, Stream Elements or Streamlabs, is because OBS has different versions for different for those different things. Pardon me, it's like 3 a.m. here. But so to get OBS for Stream Elements, you need obs.live. You can find it on the Stream Elements website. It'll have a download link for you. Same thing for Streamlabs. If you have if you use Streamlabs, you'll need Streamlabs OBS. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but if you go to Streamlabs, they'll have a download link right there ready for you, and you know it's set up to be scripted for interaction within the laboratory per se, I guess you'd call all this. Like this up here, that's my followers, cheers and bits and all that mess. Over here's the chat. I could, if I were streaming right now, I could send a message straight to the stream just from within this program. I don't even have to be on the website. And if it actually syncs up correctly, which you can do by hitting this little refresh button. A lot of times I haven't gotten this to work, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I don't use it that often. But anyway, so I could even see what people were writing right there. So that's all well and good. You got your Twitch account. You've chosen, you know, if any, you've chosen what kind of graphical design extras to get. And you've chosen which version of OBS to get to complement those. And if you don't want to complement either, if you don't want to use Stream Elements or Streamlabs, you absolutely do not have to. But they're a free extra tool. They can make your channel look pretty cool. And, you know, there's no downside to taking them. So that being said, there is a just plain version of OBS. And that is actually what's recording here, because you can't have the same version of OBS open twice. I'm sure there's ways you could get it to do so by changing some of the launch stuff, launch sequence, whatever you want to call it. But anyhow, if you just want a plain OBS, just Google OBS Studio, and you'll be taken to the site where you can download just plain Jane OBS. Easy. So you have all those three tools. Now you can get into streaming. Yes, it's that simple. So let's check it out, okay? So first off, you need to go to Settings, which you can get to by pressing File, then Settings. From there, you're going to click this Stream tab here. And this is important. This is the stream key. Whenever you sign up to Twitch and you want to let them know that you're going to be a creator just by hitting I'm a creator under your dashboard on Twitch, they will give you a stream key. The stream key is a unique code specific to you, to your channel on Twitch. And you cannot share this with anyone. Anyone who has this key, this number, they can stream on your channel. That's right. So anyone else who has OBS, they can just go copy that number of yours into their OBS, hit start streaming, and your channel will be posting, or hosting rather, everything that they decide to stream from their computer, from their OBS. That being said, do not give it to anybody. This is for you only. Nobody has any reason to see it. So, that being said, up here at the top, if you are interested in more than Twitch, you can change it to YouTube, you can change it to Mixer, Facebook Live, whatever you want. But I only stream on Twitch currently. So, I have all this set up for Twitch. I'm pretty sure that when you go to like Facebook or YouTube, they also give you a custom number to put in. And it works just about the same. So once you've got that in, hit apply, hit OK, and you're on your way. So at that point, you can hit start streaming, and any kind of source you have over here, that's going live. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, and let me show you exactly why you would be wondering this. So I'm going to add what is called a new scene. When you first get OBS, you don't have any scenes. Like you see, I have starting soon, general streaming, in-game, just different stuff. I have one that just is just my camera, just lots of things. So we're actually going to remove this one. Pardon me. I did a little test recording earlier. So we are going to do a new scene. So when you get a new scene, we're going to call this tutorial. To create a scene, you just press this plus button and name it whatever you want, whatever seems fitting. And this is what you see. Looks pretty empty, doesn't it? So let me show you exactly how to fill it. Well, first off, you're probably going to want to add yourself in there. So let's go ahead and we're going to come over to sources. So sources is pretty much, it can be an image source, it can be a file source, it can be a web page source, it can be a camera source, it can be an audio source, it can be pretty much anything that you want displayed or captured in your stream. So we're going to hit plus. We're going to go to, where is it? Video capture device, which is basically cameras. So you can hit create new. It'll give you an option to select your camera. I already have one set up. So I'm going to go to add existing webcam, hit OK. And look, there we are. Us and all of our red gloriness. So once you get here, you can click and move it around. You can resize it however you need to. You can flip it if you need to. But anywho, so that's the thing. Next, hi cat. Next, you probably want to add, say, your screen. So we're going to go to, well, I should really break this down. There's 3 different ways to show something from your screen. So there is display capture. Display capture captures one display. Okay? And what I mean by display is your monitor, your physical screen. Anything you are seeing on your entire screen, that's what you're going to be showing. So let's say I want to show you my left monitor. Okay? And I happen to have one called left monitor. But let's create a new one. Let's show you what's on my right hand monitor, which is, spoiler, just another setup exactly like this almost. But it's just recording all this. That's going to be a lot of inception there. But anyway, so we're going to call this right monitor. So as you see here straight away, we have display 1. That's what I have for my left monitor. To me, where I'm sitting, this is my left monitor. Well, let's show you the other one. Display 2. Give it a moment to load. And if you don't want your cursor, your mouse captured on the screen, you can uncheck that. Me, I don't mind it. So we're going to hit OK. And as you can see, it's right here with us. Now what you can also see is my image is being kind of cut off here. Let's say I want to put myself on top. So we're going to right click this source, just right click here. Or you can even right click it down here, either way. You're going to go to order, and I can move myself a layer up, I can move myself a layer down, or if I want this to be the very most top thing, move the top. And ta-da, I'm on top of the background source. I can move this anywhere over this, and I will not disappear. Now this I can of course move it around, adjust it however I want. You'll notice that there's a lot of empty black area out here, and that will be streamed. That will be in whatever it is you're recording or streaming. The reason this is smaller is because I am streaming at 1920 by 1080p, and that is because that is the size of my primary monitor, display 1, as we referenced earlier. So my secondary monitor, display 2, is a much smaller monitor. So obviously it's going to fit in here. It's going to, kind of be jostled around a little. But if you need to change that, if you want to stream at the size of a different monitor, we can go to settings. We can go to, is it output? No. We can go to video. Here we go. So you have your base canvas. This is what judges the size of this. Sorry about that. That's what judges the size of your source. Now, then there's the output scaled resolution, which is you can stream something that's smaller at a bigger resolution. I don't recommend it. It will look like absolute garbage. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Then there's common frame rates. So you can stream at different frame rates. The less frame rates that you stream, of course it's going to look worse, but the easier it will be on your computer. And let me go ahead and make this perfectly clear. If you are having trouble running a game, it is going to be nearly impossible to stream a game and make it look good. People do not watch poor quality stuff. So if you are streaming a game and it's jumping like this, then people are going to click on you. They're going to be like, okay, they're having issues. And then they're just going to click right away. I had an issue with my microphone the other day. It was skipping in and out. I had no idea until I was a good 5 minutes into my stream. And everybody who showed up prior clicked away because, you know, I had an issue. I had technical difficulty, and they didn't want to sit here and hear that. And I don't blame them. They got limited time. We all do. So if they choose to spend your free time or their free time with you, at least give them something enjoyable. So that being said, put a little work into your stream as well. Be willing to go into all these settings, adjust them, change them. Work it as needed. Alright, so back to this. Let's say we want to stream in a different way. Okay? Let's say we don't want to capture the whole monitor. We don't want to show everybody what's going on around it. This is especially handy for people that have one monitor, one screen, because you might have your social media pulled up in the background. You might want to tab out and check it every now and then. Something you probably shouldn't bother doing on stream, especially if it's something you don't want people to see. But in any case, let's say you don't want them to see everything there is to see. Like, maybe you don't want them to see the bottom bar down here. Maybe you don't want them to see anything going on in the background beyond the window you're interacting with. We can do that. So we're going to get rid of right monitor. We're going to remove that. And next we're going to focus on a specific window. Now, bear with me when I say this. The window you want to stream, to focus your recording or streaming on, must be open. Just clicking it won't open it for you. It must be unminimized. It must be able to see by you. So, for example, this notepad here, I want to stream just this notepad. I don't want to stream anything else behind it. I don't want to stream anything else. I want to stream just this notepad. So the way we do that is we hit plus, we hit window capture, and let's call it notepad. So here, next to window, you can choose whatever you want. Pretty much what's here is going to be any kind of program that's open currently. Like right now I have a calculator open. Some of these other ones are just things I've chosen in the past. But right now we want that notepad. So in the off chance that you have multiple notepads open or something like that, maybe you need to match the title of that particular notepad document. Maybe you need to match other things. But that will help you filter this list. So if I had like 5 notepads open, but I changed it to require it to match a particular title, I can type in the title and it will show just that title up here. So moving on. Capture cursor, I don't care. I don't even know what this is. Never had to use it. Don't worry about it. So just hit OK. And ta-da! That is pretty much all we are seeing. Except for the camera. Now, if I wanted to get rid of the camera, just simply right click and remove. But for now, I'm going to keep my pretty face on the screen. For whatever reason. And boom, bam, boom. So now we can go over to our window. And we can type that up. And we're doing that on our other monitor without showing anything else. So if you want to keep it more private like that, window capture is the way to go. So this will help us sashay into the last little bits you need to think about when getting into streaming. So, number one, you need the personality. You need to be somewhat interesting. If you're someone that does not talk, it's not for you, man. I actually kind of picked up this hobby to help get me talking and being more vocal, and that's a good way to do it. You know, you're here at your home, but you're also there with strangers. But you can talk to strangers, you can share your opinions with them, all from the safety and comfort of home. And frankly, I've worked on my voice a good bit more. Um, so yeah, it can really help break you out of shells and stuff if you need to. But that being said, if you're not much of a talker, you should get ready to change that, because any dead air is disinterest for your audience. For example, dead air, dead time. You're probably like, what's the point of that? Exactly. Why would you want that dead air, that dead, silent, empty time in your stream? Nobody wants to watch that. So, be active, be vocal. Practice with some recordings first. Be comfortable with yourself. Just get used to you. Time. This does take some time to set up. It takes time to do the streams. And nobody's going to sit there and watch you go AFK for like 10, 15 minutes or just a couple minutes every 5 minutes. No. Pick out a time. Create a schedule if you have to. And that's another thing. People will not come to your channel if you don't have a schedule. They might click by it while you're live, but if somebody wants to return to your channel and watch you again, how are they going to know when you're streaming again? Because you don't have a schedule up. Post a schedule on your page. Again, Gaming Careers, very good at teaching you how to do that. So is Gale Level on that note. He's very good at the extensions. He's very good at posting schedules. He's very good at a lot of things. So just watch those videos and learn how. So, dedication. As it says here, it can be a job, or it can be a beloved hobby. Right now, for me, it's a hobby. Haven't made a little money off it, sure. You know, I've made roughly $20 so far. Pretty epic. I get to do something I enjoy, and I get a little payment from it. Which, of course, everything that I've earned, I have put right back into this. Like, the microphone stand and everything I have here, that was funded by the money I got so far. So yeah. You know, it can be a job or it can be a hobby. You need to decide which, and you need to decide how much time and dedication you're willing to put into it. If it's 2 days a week, that's fine. But put a schedule. Put a schedule saying, hey guys, you can expect me on this day at this time. Easy. If it's 1 day a week, you know, people love weekend streamers. People are off on the weekends. They come home. They're like, huh, what's on Twitch? Oh, hey, look at this guy. He's gonna be here every weekend? Bruh! So, yeah. People love weekend streamers. So, you know, if, say, you're a student, or maybe you work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, just, you know, set aside some time on Saturday. Like me, I make a point to stream no more than 3 hours at a time. Sometimes I do on occasion, but that's only if I'm caught up in it and I'm actually, like, really enjoying it. Like, I know I went for almost 6 hours the other day because there was just a storyline in a game and I loved it. And I just wanted to see more and more of it until it was finished. And I just kept going. So, you might have times like that, but set aside time. Time is important. Second, hardware. Graphics card, processor, RAM. RAM, RAM, RAM. I cannot stress enough. In modern day gaming, 8 gigabytes of RAM will get you by. That being said, it will most likely not get you by if you are streaming a high performance game, say Ark Survival Evolved, 7 Days to Die, just really graphically intensive games. Final Fantasy 14, more of the latest World of Warcraft expansions. All of that can be very taxing on a system. And if you don't have the RAM to support that game, then, or just barely enough, usually 8 gigabytes, you won't be able to stream it well. So go ahead, if you're going to be a streamer, install 16 gigs of RAM. I'm doing it on 16 gigs of RAM right now. It's doing just fine, but even then, I sometimes still have problems. So stock up on the RAM. The good processor, you want plenty of cores, plenty of gigahertz. That's pretty much what I judge a processor by. There's a lot of other things that are important in it, like core speeds, bus speeds, just different things. But generally, if you have 4 cores, and at least 4 cores, and a really good gigahertz, like good gigahertz speed, mine is 3.8 gigahertz. That generally does it. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm no expert on processors, but I do know what I was out shopping for when I got mine, and it's been doing okay. Sometimes it has a stutter now and then in a stream, and I obviously can't stream at the highest graphics, but it still gets me by. I can still play, I can still stream, I still have a good time, and my audience seems to be okay. So get a good processor. Graphics card. You're probably like, well, streaming isn't really based on graphics, so I can probably just get by with a lot of RAM and a really good processor. That's partially correct. But if you are streaming a game, and that game is pretty graphically intensive, you are putting a lot more load on the processor that way if you do not have a good graphics card to back it up. So get you a good graphics card. We are up to GDDR5, GDDR6 these days in graphics technology, graphics memory technology, whatever you want to call it. So mine is a Zotac brand, NVIDIA model, GTX 1060. It has GDDR5 style RAM, and it has 6 gigabytes of memory on it. So don't go for GDDR3. I don't even know if there's a GDDR4. I wouldn't go for that because I've not heard of it much at all. Go for GDDR5. Have at least 4 gigs of video RAM. And I recommend NVIDIA. Some people like AMD. Some people like what's some others out there? Like Gigabyte, Asus. Just get a good graphics card. Pairing the graphics card with a good processor and good RAM that will make it so that you are not overloading any one part of the system. No one part of the system is going to get too hot. It's not going to get throttled. It's not going to any of that. Because that's one thing you got to watch out for. When I first started streaming, I had a kind of crappy graphics card, and my processor was getting overloaded because it just could not handle the load, and the graphics card was not helping enough. So, it takes a little investment. If you don't have it quite there yet, you might can stream some lower quality games, like maybe have a Super Nintendo emulator, maybe have a PlayStation 1 emulator, maybe have maybe you want to stream some RuneScape, maybe you want to, just any older style games. Even Minecraft is a possibility. You might be able to get by with that. But if you want to stream anything bigger like Ark or 7 Days or anything like that, go ahead and prepare to foot the bill. Accessories. Number 3. Microphone, green screen, camera, lighting, second monitor. Alright. A lot of microphones can sound really good as long as you configure them. But there are also cheap microphones, and they can sound really, really bad, no matter how you configure them. Do yourself a favor. Go find a reputable headset. Find a reputable microphone. Either way. The headset, I'm wearing Logitech G930. Yeah. It is a wireless headset. You can see, no wires. Lasts about 8 hours. It's got a microphone built in. And I can actually show you what that sounds. Well, I don't know how this would go over with 2 OBS open. Anyway. So, microphone. A lot of headsets have them. Some more reputable headsets like the Logitech brand, Turtle Beach brand. A lot of them have some pretty good microphones just built in. And you can get by with that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with a headset microphone. And down here, you can configure it to be even better. Go to Game Careers for how to set up the audio. They can explain it a lot better than I can, I promise. That being said, if you are feeling up to stepping up the quality of your sound, of your microphone, what I'm speaking through right now is a Blue Yeti. So a Blue Yeti is a normally $113 microphone, just for the microphone and a little cradle that fits on your desk. Don't make it sit on your desk. It'll pick up every vibration. It'll pick up every keystroke. It'll pick up everything. So don't put it on your desk. Spend $15. Get a microphone arm. Spend another $5. Get a boom. So you can get up here and say Mr. Popper's Penguins without it popping too much. So, yeah. Blue Yeti, very good. Normally, as I was saying, they're normally $113. But fortunately, I got lucky. On eBay, somebody was taking some Walmart pre-packages. Like, this microphone was in with its own arm stand, its own special headset and everything. And that was a $220 value. I went and looked up the set. But they were just parting it out and just selling the individual pieces. So I ended up getting this microphone for $47. That's right, $47, where normally for just a microphone and a little baby stand, $113. So that's pretty big savings. Go on eBay, try your luck. Try not to buy used microphones because normally if somebody's getting rid of a microphone, usually a pretty good reason. Don't try for off-brand mics. So, I've got 2 sitting over there in a junk pile in the corner. Trash. Absolute garbage. So, a good microphone. You can speak to your audience better. It's always good for them to be able to hear what you're saying. And, maybe you might feel a bit musical. Maybe get some drum and snapping going on. I don't know. Get creative. There's a lot more content to do out there than just video games. Maybe you're more into, showing off some of your piano skills. I know my buddy Jared, he likes to play piano when we're talking on Discord sometimes, and he's got a Blue Snowball microphone, which is about a $30, $40 value, roughly there. But his microphone sounds absolutely amazing because he's spent some time setting it up and configuring. So, yeah. Microphones can capture stuff pretty well. You just gotta sit there and take the time to do it. Video. I kind of went over some of this while we were setting up. Obviously, if you're capturing at higher frame rates, if you're capturing at higher qualities, at higher resolutions, then it's gonna take a bigger toll on your processor and all. So that being said, going up here, going to settings, going to video. I have it set to 60 frames per second. Back in the early days of Twitch, you could only stream at 30 frames. So everybody had theirs set to stream at 30 frames. But recently they've upgraded and, you can now see higher quality stuff. So there's other things. There's output. There's just so many different settings. I don't remember half of what this stuff does. But I will say this. Go to Gaming Careers. They'll tell you a lot about how to set this up. They'll explain a lot better than me. And me, I don't want to actually blow up nobody's computer, telling them the wrong settings and forgetting to tell them other parts of settings. So go to Gaming Careers, talk to him, get some setup on how to set up your video. So overlays, we went over that. Go to Stream Elements. Go to Streamlabs. And then there's stream versus recording. So the main difference between recording something and streaming something is in recording, you have what is called post-processing. You can go back, re-upload what you've captured into different programs. Like Audacity is a popular one. You can go back, clean all the background noise out. You can work some movie magic and skip some stuff like maybe some of the coughs and stutters and stalls I have. Just being human, you can take the genuineness out of it, I suppose. I don't know. You can remove that shit. You can remove that yawn right there. Just different things. You can also go through and add filters to make it look better. There's lots of things you can do after recording. Streaming is raw. It's a lot more pure. What you are hearing and everything you got going on right now is what people can expect. And, just usually, it's not going to be as good as pre-recorded stuff. And that's fine. People on Twitch get it. They understand. And a lot of them like the more, what's the word? Yeah, we'll just reuse a word. They like the more genuine, authentic output. Like it's like talking with an old friend on Skype or something. So, you know, you're at a certain quality, they're at a certain quality. They don't feel too. I don't know. Anyway. Point is, there's a certain level of expectation from recorded stuff versus stream stuff, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't freak out if you don't sound like an amazing video that somebody uploaded last week. Just focus on consistency. Focus on minimizing those interruptions. Minimize the technical difficulties. So, as long as you can keep talking to your audience, as long as you can keep giving them a good stream, a good solid stream, no lag, no frame drops, they'll be a lot happier. Or, they'll be happy, I should say. Because that's all anyone can really ask for. Just someone who's there, someone who has a good solid stream going. That's all you need. Alright, so let's get down to the software section. I missed a couple accessories. Green screens. There are some cameras out there that offer a green screenless output. Basically, all this dead area back here, like my room and all this mess, it offers to fill up that background with a background of whatever you choose. Like, maybe you want a photo of your favorite video game. Maybe you want just a solid color. Maybe you just want something. But there's a level of choppiness that happens with that, and it's I have a camera that does that. If films just fine, it just that particular feature, they did not sell it. Well, they sold it. They sold it all right, but it did not perform the way that the advertisement showed it to. I will say that. Excuse me, we're getting on towards 4 a.m. now. So I will make this more brief. So green screens, if you're going to go for a new background, buy an actual green screen. Get software to set it up. I'm not too experienced in that, so I'm not even going to touch it. I don't go with the green screen because that's just one more thing for your computer to have to process, and that will take over. That will take over from your stream. That's less power going towards your stream. There's camera. We kind of went over cameras just a little bit, but I'll touch back on it again. What I have right now is a Logitech C920, C930. Ugh. But anyway, it's another Logitech product. It's pretty good. Captures what I need to. It can make it real crisp. One thing I battled was exposure. Getting the right amount of lighting. Like, we're going to go over camera and lighting, kind of the same swing here. Balancing the actual lighting around you, like from actual light sources, and balancing the exposure on camera settings is a must. If you have too high of an exposure, if you're trying to make that exposure capture too much artificial light to artificially light up the screen or its capture, then it's going to lag. It's going to drop down to about 10 frames per second. So you're going to be jumping all over the screen, and it's not going to look good. That being said, invest in some natural lighting. Or natural. Sure, you can take advantage of a window. Sunshine is your best friend. You can set up near a window, perfect. Go for it. But that being said, it can also be a rainy day. Rainy day light does not look that great, but it's still better than nothing. So I'm going to show you something here. I have a basic little desk lamp I got from Walmart for about $10. I put it over here. I tilt up the hood or shade just slightly, and that's my light source. Like, obviously I got a lamp over there, but it's not much. It's just for ambient lighting in the rest of the room. I don't particularly need it, especially this late in the night, because this lamp, the monitors, they're giving me all the light source I need. That being said, if I were to turn this off right now, there's a lot of extra shadows. It doesn't look as vivid. The colors are off. It's a lot darker, and it's taking on more of the color of what's on my screen onto my face. So better, easy. The simple flick of a light switch. Now it has a it's a basic 40-watt lamp. Takes 40-watt bulbs. It's got one of those kind of tinted lights in it. It's like you have those light bulbs that are clear. You have the light bulbs that are they got kind of that white glaze around them. I got one that has more of a warm color kind of glaze. It's almost yellowish, roughly. But the light looks like it's projecting a kind of skin color, and it's putting that skin color light onto my skin. So it kind of matches up. So, it's very natural, it's very clean looking, and generally it just makes it a lot easier. Now, you can invest thousands of dollars into lights, but, hey. If you're just getting into this, you probably don't have much to work with yet. But anyway, different topic for a different time. So that was camera and lighting. Second monitor. I cannot tell you how much of a godsend a second monitor for your computer is. Not only is it amazing for streaming, because you can have your OBS laboratory pulled up over there. You can have your game over here. If you have a third monitor, you can put your Twitch channel up there. Just a lot of different things. But I have never, ever regretted having a second screen, because it's just so convenient. You can have a really powerful heavy game going on over here. Normally to look behind it, you have to alt tab out or minimize it, and that can take upwards of a minute if your computer's being slow, especially if it's a really powerful game. And then getting back into it, it's very slow and sluggish. And also it can mess up some resolutions sometimes and cause some glitches. Just go ahead, have a computer for your game. Have a screen that you don't mind people seeing all of, and just stream that screen. That made it a lot easier for me. I actually did not have a second monitor for a little bit. For a small amount of time. I started off with two. But I got rid of my second screen for a little while for reasons. But anyway, I believe I was swapping to a new graphics card, and I didn't have the proper cable to fit that monitor onto the graphics card, so I was having to wait until I got the cable. But anyway, so 2 monitors, very good. Highly recommend. You can just have your powerful game over here. You can have all your tools and work and stuff over here. And if you have it pulled up over here, then while you're streaming, you can see exactly what your people are doing. If somebody's following you, it's going to pop up on your stream over there. It's going to pop up on your OBS studio here. And it helps you engage with the people. You can have your chat pulled up over there, and you can just glance every now and then, be like, hey, we got so-and-so in the chat. What's up, man? Just whatever you got to do. So, second screen, big yes. Last but not least, software. So, first off, you're going to need Stream Elements. You're going to need Streamlabs, whichever you choose. If not, then that's up to you. You don't have to have them, just like we said earlier, but it helps. OBS Studio, you need it. OBS is how you stream. This is how you get it done. It says integrated with SE or SL, that's Stream Elements or Streamlabs. So if you have either of those, you can, of course, download whichever respective OBS version that you need. Voicemeeter. Voicemeeter is a pretty interesting program. It can change and add effects to your microphone. It can make your voice deeper. It can make your voice higher. It can add a echoey effect. It can make you sound like you're in a big room. It can make you sound like you're like you're at a truck rally, being the announcer with that big echoey microphone. Or it can make you sound like you're trapped in a closet. It can make you sound like a lot of different things. It can also help change the sensitivity of your microphone and just all sorts of different things like that. So, that being said, that is good. Then there's a program I have called Snaz. Snaz is... I'll pull it up for you. Snaz. Here we go. So, Snaz. At first glance, it looks like a clock, it looks like a calendar, just different things. So, pretty much what Snaz is you can set up a counter, like a countdown. Let's go to my starting soon. So if I set up Snaz to run at the 26th, to count down to the 26th of October at 3:55 a.m. And this is done in military time, of course. And then I hit start. Well, that stream time turns to a countdown. We are 2 minutes and 30 some odd seconds away from 3:55 in the morning. So then, of course, you can hit stop, and it will turn into whatever message you have pre-typed down here. Or at least when it finishes counting down anyhow. So here you can change the script up a little. You can change what format the days, hours, seconds, minutes are in. Yeah, just different things like that. You can also have a little side one set up. Not sure exactly how these two work. Never really got around to using those. But countdown to a specific time, I definitely use that. Oh, make sure that you have Snaz 1.12.6.0. 1.12.6.0. If you don't have this version, it's not going to look like this, and half of the features are not going to work anymore. So, like, half the features are not available on the later versions, but on this version, they do still work, and they do still interact with your stream. So, yeah. Like, this, I can have this kind of scrolling across the top of my screen. This is what you call a text line changer. And now, to add this in, okay, we would click a new line, and it helps create a new line, and then we copy the file path, okay? Because when we create a new line, that creates a new text document. We copy the path to our clipboard, and then we would do something like plus text source on sources, and then we can just rename it how we need to, hit OK, and then we can copy that file path in there, and it will just add that to the lines. But anywho, that's a brief overview of that part. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was informational. All of these things are what I've done to get into streaming, and I hope you can get into it too. Because the only thing that limits us when it comes to streaming is ourselves, and our hardware, and our settings, and our time. Okay, we got a lot of stuff that can limit us, but the point is, if you can meet some of these basic requirements, well, basic, it depends on how well funded you are, how well set up you are to begin with, but maybe make a shopping list, work towards it a little at a time. But yeah, I hope it was helpful, and so yeah, if there's anything else y'all need, just comment down. Message me on Facebook. Message me on Twitch. Just whatever you need. If you need some help setting up something, I can help you. Although you would probably want to ask the gaming careers guy. He is very precise, and he even makes like little footnotes in his videos. So stop by there. But anyway, thank you guys again, and you have a good night, and I will see you on the next stream or recording or whatever we do next. Anyway, bye.